So I just released a song called Midnight in Reverse. And I realized while I was recording that there are a few things that I wish I knew before I got started. Let's get into it. Lesson number one, your first idea is not wrong or bad. It may just be that it hasn't had enough time to breathe. Early ideas, they're going to feel raw, right? They're unfinished. They're barely started. But sometimes we try to just grind and grind and grind to get it to that next step that we end up kind of killing it. So the lesson here is that you got to give it some time to breathe. Sometimes you got to walk away from it, think on it, let it marinate, and then come back to it and find what was working and get past whatever that hang up was. So yeah, let the idea breathe a little bit before you judge it. I really struggled with the chord progression in this song, changed it a bunch of different times until I found one that fit perfectly with the idea that I had for the lead in the intro. And then everything just kind of started just rolling right along. So yeah, let that idea breathe, let it develop. You got to think of it like planting a seed, right? It takes time to grow. You can't make something grow just overnight, right? You got to give it some time. Songs, I think, are the same way. So lesson number two: get it right at the source. I know it's been said a million times. It's absolutely a cliche, but it's dead right. Now, what this doesn't mean is that you need the best guitar, the best amps, the best drums, the best mics and pre's and outboard hardware and all the plugins and all of this. What it means is, in my mind, get it as good as you can with what you have, both gear-wise and skill-wise. I've been thinking about the phrase that I heard on the channel from a guy calling the Band Guide, which you should check out his channel. But he said, "Don't take it too seriously, but take it sincerely." And that phrase has really stuck with me, and it applies all over the place. But when it comes to getting the tones right at the source as best as you can, it makes everything so much easier. You don't have a bunch of plugins loaded up on the strip. You're not trying to, fix and EQ and compress and all of the things that you'll eventually have to do in the process, but you don't have to do them so heavy-handedly because you got it right at the beginning. All right, lesson number three. This is a good one for me to kind of always think about, and that's that the arrangement fixes the mix. If your mix is muddy or you've got a ton of layered guitars and everything is starting to sound thinner and thinner and thinner, there's all kinds of reasons why that might be. It could be phase issues, or it could be EQ things that you've gotten wrong or have not found a way to correct yet. So many times, though, the answer to fixing the mix is in the arrangement. Let me give you one of my favorite examples is the Guns N' Roses album, Appetite for Destruction. If you listen to that song, or listen to that album rather, it shouldn't work. You've got two guitar players both playing humbucker guitars through Marshall amps. They should be stepping all over one another sonically. But when you listen to the album, pan it hard right and hard left, and listen to the difference in what Slash and Izzy are playing, and you suddenly, at least for me, I figured out, wow, they're playing similar things but not the same things, and that's leaving space in the mix, and that actually makes the song feel larger than if there were just 12 layers of guitars. The arrangement of the music will largely help your mix and keep everything from muddying up in that low-mid area, which we all struggle with. Lesson number 4, the vocals carry everything. That's what everyone listens to when they listen to your song. So think about how you're going to deliver that. I know I don't consider myself a great singer. And as I was going through this process, I knew it wasn't going to be perfect. So I took a couple of ideas that I'll share with you here. one, do a lot more takes than you think that you need. My process now is to take the first section and I sing it 5 times. And I move on to the second section and I sing that 5 times. On to the next section, sing that 5 times. You get the idea. And then I go back and I listen for the take that has the right emotion and the right energy. If you don't hit a pitch or you don't hit exactly the timing that you wanted to hit on a phrase, you can fix those things in post. But there's no plug-in for emotion. If you don't capture the emotion and the energy right in the vocal, you can't really do anything with it. And if you did the exercise of taking 5 takes of each section, you can comp that track together and get the right emotion. And then if you have to touch it a little with some tuning or some vocal line, you can do that. But get the vocals right from an energy and emotion standpoint. You can work on the rest of it a little easier in post than anything else. And then the last thing I'll tell you is getting done beats perfection. We all want the song to be perfect. I don't know of a perfect song, so let go of that idea, but get your song finished. Get it to the point where you can say, okay, I've done, with the gear that I have, the talent that I have, the knowledge that I have, and the practice that I have, I've gotten it as far as it can go. And then, bring someone in to help mix it or bring someone in to help master it. But you got to get to, or do those things yourself, but you got to get to a point of being done so you can put the song out. And you've got to release the song. I'm a big advocate of getting the song done, getting it out, getting it released, because then you can start on the next thing. At least that's the way I work. But if this is the sort of content that you enjoy, stick around. I'm going to do more of this kind of behind the scenes type stuff. And if you want to listen to the song Midnight in Reverse, I'll put a link to it down below. So hope to see you guys around.